Welcome to the Blogging with Michael show, and I'm your host, Michael Savoy, and today we're going to talk about VideoMaker FX because right now it's still at a really good price, and the price is planning on going up very soon, so I highly recommend you catch this while it's still so cheap. I was commenting to Yvonne yesterday as we were both messing around with this program, and it is much better than anything that's out there right now as far as ease of use and the quality of the video that you create from it. If Microsoft were to offer this thing, it would be somewhere like $800–900. That's how good this is. And the best part is it comes with a lot of really good stuff that you can use to create your video. I'm going to go ahead and save the project I've got right now, and I'm going to create a new one. I guess that should be actually in the software instead of clicking on my own screen here. Okay, I'm going to save the project, and then we'll create a new one. And, well, for this one, we'll just call this one Blogging with Michael. And then I'll just click Create Project, and now basically it's ready to start. And it tells you right away that you don't have any slides added and that you should click Add Slide to get started. This is one of the things I really enjoyed about this was the ease of use, because it sure as heck doesn't get much easier than this. I mean, it right away, it's pointing to where you should be going to click on it. So I'm going to click on Add a Slide, and then in the left-hand column that comes up has all these different slide themes that you can choose. I'm going to take a look at some of these myself, because I've made a couple of videos with this, and I have not seen all of the different themes yet that are in here. And the cool part is, the way this is set up is when you choose one, there are a couple of different options for each one. And some of them there have a lot more options. Like on the zoom in, there was two options. Whiteboard set 1 has 14 options. Whiteboard set 2 has 7 options. Let's take a look at whiteboard set 1. And the cool part with this is you can go with one slide, or you can choose all of them and add them all into your list. So I'm going to go ahead and add them all. That's 14 slides that we're going to need some content for. But the fun part is there are so many different things in here that you can add to it. As you can see, there's, well, for those of you who are watching, if you're listening in and you want to see it on video, go to bloggingwithmichael.com/blog, and you can see it right there. And I think Yvonne was trying to tell me I didn't have a chat open yet. Let me open one up. Make sure that. Now, I may not be able to see the chat, but Yvonne will let me know if there's any questions, and that way I can get them answered while we're going. Let's head back over here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and hit add all slides. And now all of the slides are on my stream here. I'm going to choose the first one. Now, apparently it doesn't exactly put them in the order that you where the order that they show up in there, and it doesn't actually label them. So that is a slight negative, because it would be more useful if they all came in at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these, and we'll just do them one at a time, because it makes it a little confusing if you don't know which one is which. So I'll go in, and I'm going to go back to whiteboard set 1, and we'll go with slide 1 first. See, because the cool part with if you're going with the very first slide, they set up the slides so that it could be a good promotional setup for you. So like in this case, right away the text is, "Hello, are you struggling to promote your products?" And then it shows the hand drawing a cartoon character on the whiteboard. Now, there are some things that you can do with this, including the background, some shapes if you want, but for now I'm just going to leave that the way it is. And I'm going to change the text. And when you look at the right-hand side of the screen here of the program, there are text, images, shapes, animation, and video elements. Now, in this particular case, it's mostly going to be text that you're going to deal with. And see, when you click on each text element, it shows you the words that are on the screen. So that way you can change those. Now, you can change the text color and the text size. I don't recommend doing that for the whiteboard, but you can, basically, the world is your oyster when you're doing this. So, let's see, I'm going to say, welcome. And obviously the image that's there, let's see if there's any way to change that, because this guy is a little too sad to be on the Blogging with Micheal show. Okay. You know what? I don't like that slide because of the sad guy, so we're going to get rid of him. And I'll choose a different one. Let me look at the whiteboard set too. And see if I add all slides in this one, if it adds it in the right direction. No. Interesting how it pulls them in, but it doesn't pull them in the right direction. So and basically it's the tough part is figuring out what order they're supposed to be in. Now, since you can put whatever text you want in there, it doesn't really matter that much. But okay, so now I know which one is next. Okay, so let me go ahead and switch those out. Let's see the next one. With shop until she drops. And how does it work? And there we go. All right. Now that we have our slides, okay. This is one of the things, though, where I would be happier if they gave you a choice for the image itself that's on there, because I mean, you don't seem to have a choice whether or not you have a guy, girl, happy, sad, those kind of things, and that can make a difference in what you want to do. Now, since there are so many slides in these in the program that you can choose, plus that there's additional, you can actually get another 100 slides if you want. They offer that as a package. You can get another 100, and they can also do a deal where you can get new slides every month, which can be useful, especially if you're planning on using this software to create your own business where you're doing videos for other businesses. But as you can see, there are a lot of different types of videos that there are slides that you can use to make a complete video. So instead of using just one set, like these are the video clip supporting slides that you can use, where you can have videos on there. Say you have a 10-second video, you can put it on there. And I'm going to add that slide just because I want to see it. It says special full screen video slide, 10 seconds. This slide inserts a full screen video clip that will play the first 10 seconds of the video file. Best results are for the video file to be exactly 1280 by 720 resolution, which is 720p. Click on this button on the far right tabs to configure the video for this site. And then you would click the button over here way on the right there, and then that would be how you get your video on. To the video area, and then you would look for the video file. Luckily, I happen to have a video file that we can use for this. So I created one for Rapid Mailer that I can put in there. Actually, let's use the Video Maker one. Since it's one that uses music only, it doesn't hurt so bad if you're only doing 10 seconds of it. So I'm going to go ahead and click open, and there it is. So now it'll do the first 10 seconds of the video. Okay, so we've gotten our 10-second snapshot of the video. So we can add another slide. Now, they have all different character type slides. Right there. Ken. They have Anna, Frank, Jerry, Lisa. Oh man, Ken is not happy there. The cool part though is you don't have to use the slides that have the cartoon character, since they don't show the character on all of the slides, you can choose the slides you like out of this. Like I like this one here where it has the check marks showing up in the little squares. That would be a really useful one. And then what you do is you go to the text section, and then you can change that to put on whatever, like blogging tips and tricks, social media marketing, internet marketing trends, software trends. So that makes for a nice little deal here. And the cool part with this is I can actually change the background. And you see, this is the image gallery, and there are 4 folders that contain backgrounds. And we've got studio backgrounds, kind of like the lights on that one, so let's use that one. Okay, see how that changed the whole look? I mean, it made it even more professional looking than the original. Okay, so now we've got another slide. Now I'm going to move the video one to the second spot, because in reality we're talking about the show, and I don't want to make it all about Video Maker FX, if you know what I mean. Okay, now there's some pretty cool 3D photo effects you can use, 3D promotion, and then again you can actually change the backgrounds on all of these so that they look uniform for you. And let's see, they even have a video sales letter section, so you can do your sales heading, your central text, your bottom text, top text, top left. See, and these ones with the image, you can have images with the text. And then there's a whiteboard where you see the hand drawing when you're whatever text that you put in there. And then there's a hand placing an image with a border or without the border. And then there's a hand placing text. So let's do the hand placing text. Add that, and I'm going to use this for the background image. Of course, now we got to find it again, and I'm going to say use image. So now we'll go to texts and change this to the blogging with Micheal show. And see how easy it is now. I mean, there it is. the Blogging with Michael show, and then up it goes. And you can adjust how long the slide lasts. To see it down here, it says 4 seconds. But if I wanted to, I can just click here and add 2 more seconds to that. Now it's 6 seconds long. And that helps with when you're doing a video that you need to speak during a particular slide. You have to figure out about how long it's going to take you to say what you need to say before it goes to the next slide. So now we've got this slide, then it's followed by this one, and then followed by our movie, where it plays 10 seconds of it. Now, I'm probably going to insert another couple of slides in there, so let's put another one in here. Let's look at basic 1. And let's find a good one here. Let's try that one. And again, I'm going to change the background image. Make it match. And I'm going to go to the text and change it to what topics does Michael talk about? Now, as you can see, the text is hard to read there, right? Well, luckily, there's some background effects that we can add. Look at that. That just made it to where it's real easy to read, because it made that center part a little bit darker than the rest. And now it's very readable. So now we've got our slide for number 2. So then we've got Blogging with Michael show. Then we've got what topics does Michael talk about. And we got it where it says blogging tips and tricks, social media marketing, internet marketing trends, software and training. So now we've got something going on with this video. You know what I mean? And now this essentials article or text is pretty cool. It really gives you just some very plain slides, but they're very useful for what you need them for. Like large image only, large text box and heading, and like this here, you got the heading and then lots of room for text down here, so you can just go to town. And then there's one with just a text box, just full screen. And if you want an image in there, you can use image background for it, and it'll use an image as the background. But since we're using the background for our backgrounds, it really doesn't matter. But say, in fact, here, let me give you an example here. I'm going to add that slide, and as you can see, this is our text that we can put in here. Now, if you go to image, here's the background image, and I'm going to open the gallery, and comes with some example graphics. There's an example of a logo, an island scene, the Video Maker FX clapboard. Then there's some photos, money, coins, a beach at sunset, a margarita on the beach, the veins of a leaf, and a truck on the top of a dune, and looks like a desert scene, and then E.T. you'll get it when you can see it. But in fact, let's use that for our image for the background. Okay. Now we may have some issues with our text because the text is black and you can see it's not very easy to read. But that's okay. We can always change the text color to something other than black. I'm not crazy about that color, but now there's also text effects that you can do. And I really like strong white shadow so that even if you're using black text, it's readable if you use that white shadow over black. So, it doesn't hurt as bad. Okay, so now I'm going to say the following video is about Video Maker FX. And you have to hit enter to go to the next line. Now if you keep typing, it will wrap automatically. I like to have a little more control over what is visible and that kind of stuff. You can also align your text center or have it go at the top of the screen. Was discussed at length on the 6 de Mayo show. Okay, so now we've got that. I'm going to move that in front of the video. So now we've got an intro to the video. And then there's the video. And then we're going to add another slide. Now, there are a couple of business presentation slide sets, and I was pretty impressed with them myself. Some of them are more like this one's just basically a logo introduction, so it doesn't have a whole lot going on in it. Basically, it's just an intro. Then you've got a slide with most of your info on one side, and then a picture and some text on the other side. So let's go ahead and we'll add that one. And as you can see, well, under images, there's two places for images, image area 1 and image area 2. So let's open gallery for one of the images. Let's see. I want to see where it shows up, so I'm going to go ahead and just choose this add to cart button. Okay, so that's where that image area 1 is. Now let's find where image area 2 is. I'll do a guarantee. Okay, and that shows up down here at the bottom. So it's pretty cool that you can basically do something where you may have your logo on the left-hand side and then a picture of whatever it is you want on the other side. Like you can set up your Google Plus. Some of the images are not coming up in the preview. I'm not sure why. And then do a different image for, let's say we do Facebook. Now we go to the text section and we can change that. Let's say join us on social. Yeah. As you can see, it aligns on the left. Now, if I were to change that to center, where would it go? Okay, it'd be right there. I actually like that better, except for I'm going to put it so that it says join us on social media, where social media is on its own line. I say like us on Facebook to get alerted whenever new content apparently that's too much text. Stop that alerted. So I'm going to remove that and just say like us on Facebook, and then text area 3 we'll put so when we, I guess I should put a comma there, we will keep you updated whenever we post new. And I could actually go on and on and on. You can there. And basically, I mean, look at this now. In 30 minutes, we've gotten, it says right now, that this video would be 43.9 seconds. Okay. Now, again, 30 minutes to do 43.9 seconds is actually not that hard. I mean, we could have, I know when I was doing videos before where I'd have to create a presentation first, that made it a little bit more of a challenge. But since I don't have to go and create the presentation itself, that makes it a lot easier. Because now all I'm doing is adding the content to the already designed slides. And again, it's got its own animation in there, which is nice. Now there are, on some of the pages, the ability to add animations. Like you can put this spinning, whatever that is, and make it a little brighter. Do clouds, the floaters, white floaters, the lines that go across your screen, white, and then the little, looks like oncoming traffic. And then the squares. So, wow, there's more. You can have the meteor shower approach. The arrows. Wow, there's a lot more animations that I even knew about. You got the arrows going to the left, the arrows going to the right. Ooh, I like that one. That reminds me of the Bugs Bunny. And some of them are just variations. That's kind of neat too. So, well, I'm up to 19 animations, 20. Wow. And some of them are really subtle, and because you don't want your your video to be just all nothing but Technicolor stuff. You want stuff that's interesting. I like this one too. It's like the staticky look, so you can make it look like you're on old-time TV. Okay, 22 is it. And then once you know which one you want to use, you can just... And if you put it to 0, that means no animation. Now, there's another setting called Animation 2. Now, that one is arrows pointing down. See that? That one there, it's pointing. If you put your opt-in box on the left-hand side, it's going to point there, or maybe it's your Buy Now button. Interesting. I've not been showing you things because apparently I'm visible. Sorry. Let me share the screen again. I think if when I leave the screen, that's what ends up happening. Hold on. For some reason, it's not showing up. Well, apparently I've been sharing the screen too much, and it's not good for the video. My apologies. And what I'll do, I'm going to try to get a video set up for this Done with Easy Video Suite, where I can record me doing the videos. Oh, there it is. Okay, I guess it's because I had left this screen to go check my Skype. So basically, you've got these animations where you can do the arrow pointing down, all different colors. I like this one where it's all hand drawn. And there's only 9 of those. So again, 0 takes it to turns it off. And then you can basically, this one uses the whole screen for text box. And you can have background effects as well. That makes it so that stuff is more visible or less visible, like we did on that other screen. But that was this one. Again, we've done, and the other thing about this is it does tell you exactly, if you look down here at the bottom on the right hand side, it tells you the total time of project. And right now it's 43.9 seconds. Now if I want another slide to take a little bit longer, I'll just add it, another second to it here by using the slide delay, and now it's done. Now I can also move the slide going with these arrows here. I was dragging them, but you can actually go forward to move it here or move it back. Okay, so that's done. Now I wanted to show you some of those cool effects that they do. Like the slide, the 3D photo effect. I really like that one. So we're going to add that slide. As you can see, you can have 2 images. So open the gallery. Let's find some photos. Since it was Cinco de Mayo yesterday, we'll show the margarita on the beach. And then for the second image, let's find something else. We'll find a device. There we go. How about an iPad that's black and white? No, I'm not crazy about that one. Ooh, computer screen is nice though. We'll use that. Nope. Now the thing with these is you pretty much have to find an image that fits the right proportions. The photos fit perfectly. The devices don't. So let's find something. Oh, I like that. We'll use the coins. Actually, it looks like the coins don't actually fit very well either. Now, on the non-3D, where you place images, you can actually adjust the scale and the aspect ratio of your images to make them look better. I didn't like those. Alright, so let's go find it. I know that image worked fine, so we'll do that one instead. Okay. And then for the background image, we'll go back to the one that we've been using, which is Studio number 2. And then we'll head over to text to put our text in there. So the first heading for image 1 is so relax. Listen. And second, the paragraph text, say, get your question live or send Michael's help desk. And then reply to Micheal.com. That should all fit, no problem, yes. And I'm going to put a text effect on that. A strong black shadow. Yeah, that looks good. And then I'll do that same thing for the relax listen. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now here we've got all the Benjamins showing up on the screen. So what should we say there? Save or earn more. Let's see what that looks like. Does that fit? Yes. Then the text area 2, Mike. Saving tool, products, earn. Okay, so now I'm going to do text effects on those as well. And strong black shadow 2 instead of the strong black shadow 1 like I did on the other one. So that's just going to be a little different. And it looks pretty darn cool. Okay. So now we've got this slide here to get people to basically understand why they want to watch or listen to the Blogging with Micheal show and how they can get their questions answered. And I personally think that it needs to be a little bit longer. So I'm going to make that 17 seconds instead of the 13.8. Okay, so now we've gotten our whole slide all set up, or all of our slides set up good. I'm going to click on Save Project because I don't want to lose anything that we've done. Now let's go to the audio settings. Now, as you can see, it comes with a bunch of music tracks. And you just click on Enable Music First Track, and then you've got all this music here. Plus, you can go to Audio Jungle for royalty-free professional music there as well that you can use, and you can upload them if you've got some, and then you choose one that you like, and if you want to listen to see what it sounds like. Find out if it's something that would work good for you. Plus, the other thing it does too is it shows you the time for each of the pieces of music. Some of them are real long, some of them are short. So far, the shortest one is like a minute. Oh, there's this one, Big Smiles, is 45 seconds. That sounds like a Blogging with Micheal type of music. Or we could use the bluesy theme song that I'm usually used with the Blogging with Micheal show, which is located somewhere lost in my hard drives. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. I think that's this one. Open it. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to apply that. So now it's applied throughout the thing, throughout all of the slides. Now, as we saw, and then I'm going to go back to audio settings, it's a minute 30. So it actually is going to end up getting cut off unless I make the video a minute 30. Now, there is room for a second soundtrack. If you click Enable Voice Second Track, you can upload an MP3 file, or you can record your own. You can see this thing that looks like a target is actually the record button. And if you click on that, it will allow you to record whatever you want. Now, I'm using 2 microphones right now, so I would have to get a third microphone set up in order for me to be able to do this. But I could actually, but I do want to demonstrate how it works. So if it works, great. If it doesn't, oh well. I've got a third microphone that I just happen to have. I'll just plug that in. turn it on and let's try it, okay? And click record, and then you have to click record again. This lets you listen, and I'm going to use this microphone here. It doesn't look like it needs a little bit of a boost. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, let's try it. And once I click this, it will take me to the first slide, and then I'll see all the slides as they go. Hi, this is Michael Savoy from the Blogging with Michael show, and every Tuesday at 11 a.m. you can listen in to all kinds of different topics that we talk about. In fact, we talk about blogging tips and tricks. We also talk about social media marketing. And this is something that you'll find could help your business. In fact, internet marketing trends is another great topic where we discuss things that people are doing. Plus, we'll talk about software and training opportunities that you have. Plus, I'll give you tips and tricks on how to do some of this stuff. But in addition, this whole video has been done using Video Maker FX, and this is just 10 seconds of a video that I created using Video Maker FX, and it's really awesome. Excuse me. But you can join us on the social media on Facebook if you go to facebook.com/blogging with Michael, or search YouTube for Blogging with Michael, and you can catch some of our videos there, as well as relaxing. Yes, relax, listen to the show, get your questions answered live on the air, or send them in via my help desk at replytomichael.com, and I'll answer your questions and help you out. Not to mention that, but you can save and earn more by listening in to me discussing the time and money saving tools and products that you can resell to earn some good money online. And anytime you have questions about any of the products that we talk about, you can get on the chat and tell us all about it. And I'm talking and the video's done. But as you can see, it says record complete, so that means it covered the entire video. So now, if I wanted to listen to it, I could listen and see what it sounds like.
This is Michael Savoy from the Blogging with Michael show.
It sounds pretty good.
Tuesday at 11 a.m. you can listen.
So basically now I've got the sound track and the voice track, so it's ready to roll. Now obviously it's going to have a very abrupt ending since I'm in the middle of talking when it stops recording, but that's actually alright. I don't mind that. It says that I recorded for 2 minutes and 4 seconds, which is pretty interesting since the whole project is only 17.8 seconds. So I'm judging that a lot of factors caused it to allow me to record that much. One of which is that I'm recording on multiple things at the same time, because I'm recording on Blog Talk Radio. I'm also recording on Google Hangouts, and I was recording on this Video Maker FX. So yeah, it's going to be a little more, it used up a lot more time than it should have. Usually when you're going to be doing videos, I don't recommend having a lot of windows open, not a lot of tabs open either, because that will make your video a little bit crappier. So anyhow, that was a tutorial on how I would use it. This video, I'll go ahead and create the video so you can see what it's like, and I'll upload it to YouTube. but I will have a disclaimer that it doesn't end correctly, and that's okay. We can still use it, and who knows? Actually, I should just add at least one more slide, because you want to have a hand drawing some text so that we can get our the URL for blogging with Micheal. bloggingwithmicheal.com. And that's it. In fact, actually, I could go Tuesdays, 11 a.m. Nope. Okay. bloggingwithmicheal.com, Tuesdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. And that works for me. Okay, so now we're a minute and 12 seconds. It's still not the whole 2 minutes that the audio is going to be, but that's okay. We can live with that. So with that, I'm going to click Save Project again. And then the next part is the actual saving of the project. You can preview it, and what it'll do is it will actually show you the video, but it doesn't actually add the sound. But it does give you a good idea of what it's going to look like and the timing of it. Like this part was actually rather slow compared to what it normally is. In fact, it's supposed to, well, it's supposed to be 12.2 seconds. Oh, you know why? Because I added time to that. That's why that takes a little bit longer. Then it goes on to the next section, which is the intro to the video. And normally I wouldn't put that in there. I just wanted to demonstrate the fact that you could put a video in there. And as you can see, this part about the social media. And then here we are with our
90 seconds.
Wow. It's already 90 seconds till the end of the video. Well, the video, the show, the whole schmear. So, thank you for listening and watching, for those of you watching. And I really appreciate you. And I guess I should tell you where you can find this cool software.
60 seconds.
It will be on bloggingwithmicheal.com/blog. There'll be a link to it there, but it's just as easy for me to tell you that if you go to linkdynamite.com/videomakerfx, it will show up. I mean, that you'll be able to see VideoMakerFX there. But thank you for listening and watching, and we'll see you next week on Blogging with Micheal. As soon as I find the theme song music here.